With a universe so vast, it's almost impossible to believe that Earth holds the only life. Recent discovery on Mars shows that it has a salt lake. At least that's the theory anyway. But even though, statistically, we're probably not alone in the universe, have aliens actually visited Earth? Today, let's go over the top 5 alien hoaxes of all time. Number 5. Crop circles. Strange patterns have appeared in fields for decades, but the most famous outbreak of crop circles happened in England during the 1980s and 90s. When 2 con men in their 60s stepped forward to claim responsibility in 1991, the serial scam appeared to have been exposed. They called us superior intelligence, and this was the biggest laugh out of all of it, said David Corley, who claimed to have pulled off the stunt with his chum Doug Bauer. Serologists, people who believe crop circles were created by paranormal activity, gave the pair a frosty response, questioning how 2 elderly guys could make the stunning patterns. Scientists might not think crop circles are created by aliens, but a thriving community of serologists beg to differ, suggesting ET is sending messages by squashing down farmers' prized plants. What jerks! Number 4. Alien autopsy. This is perhaps the most famous hoax of all, and supposedly shows the autopsy of a gray alien who crashed to Earth. The film was released in 1990, but it was later exposed as a hoax after allegedly making its owner a tidy sum. The footage was broadcast in more than 30 countries and is one of the best-known attempts to fool the public with a faux alien. The film was released in 1990 by a London-based entrepreneur called Ray Santilli and was marketed as bona fide footage of an extraterrestrial who crashed at Roswell. Number 3. The Great Moon Hoax. We think of alien scams as a 20th century phenomenon, but this stunt happened way back in 1835, when an American paper called The Sun claimed to have observed life on the moon. A story was fabricated about the illustrious astronomer Sir John Herschel spotting bat-like humanoids, unicorns, beavers, and bison on the lunar surface. Sir John was initially amused by the scam, but later grew sick of being asked about the hoax throughout his life. Circulation of The Sun skyrocketed after the moon hoax, and never issued a retraction. Number 2. War of the Worlds. You may remember the Tom Cruise movie War of the Worlds from a few years back. Believe it or not, that it was actually based off of an older movie, which was actually based off of a hoax that was done in October of 1938. American radio listeners were sent into a panic when a CBS radio bulletin announced that Martians had launched an invasion. Of course, the fake news program was actually a dramatization of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, directed and narrated by Orson Welles, and wasn't meant to be a hoax. But American public was already keyed up, used to hearing breaking news about Hitler's annexations of German-speaking parts of Czechoslovakia. Many tuned in late without hearing an introduction, which revealed the show to be a drama, making them believe aliens were really massing an attack. Mass hysteria then ensued, and although newspapers had been accused of talking up the extent of the panic, there is no doubt Wells put the willies in a huge number of Americans, before the rest of the world laughed at them. Number 1. McMinnville UFO Photographs. These incredible photographs are still controversial, with some describing them as a UFO model hanging by a string scam, and others claiming they depict a genuine alien craft. Were snapped in 1950 by farmer Evelyn Trent, who spotted a slow-moving metallic disc-shaped object heading in her direction from the northeast. She shouted to her husband, who took a photograph, which has been discussed ever since. The pair insisted the photographs were real until they died, and initial examinations of the image suggested they had not been tampered with. Subsequent research claimed to have detected evidence of a thread of string in the snap, although no one has yet fully answered the question of whether the McMinnville UFO was real or fake. Give us your suggestions down below on what you'd like to see a list of, or other projects you'd like to see from our channel. Also, were there other UFO or alien stories that you would like to discuss? Talk about it and we'll get back to you. Like, subscribe, and comment down below.